Hello and welcome to Everything Sahaja Yoga Talk Show. Today we have one, two, three special guests. And the Sahaja youth in Canada, we start this tour already. And this week we have many people. And well, why don't we introduce ourselves? We'll start from the lady.
Hi, I'm Madhavi from Seattle.
I'm Neera from Sydney.
I'm Gurvansh from Calgary.
Okay, so tell us your Sahaja experience, how you find it, and about this tour. What do you expect, and what are you going to learn from it?
Okay. Well, I actually grew up learning this meditation because my parents started meditating when they were in their 20s. So me and my sister were meditating from a young age, but it was really later that we developed the true understanding of it. And what was the other part of the question?
What do we hope to gain from
What do we hope to
tour?
gain? Okay, so it's a month-long tour, so really exciting, really amazing. I feel one of the biggest things that we will gain is a deeper understanding of ourselves, actually, because even though we're doing the programs for other people, which is so amazing and really, really rewarding, but also for us, we learn so much about ourselves with interacting with people from different cultures, different countries, and we travel with a group of 40 people. So that's really awesome. We'll have deep friendships at the end.
Did you meditate in your mom's womb?
I mean, I feel like all babies are meditating. Because I imagine it's a peaceful place.
And tell us about the Sahaja Yoga in Australia.
Well, it's kind of the same as Sahaja Yoga anywhere else, really, isn't it? Because it's the experience of meditation that knows no race, knows no gender, knows no boundaries. And that's why I've come all the way to Canada to help out these guys in their amazing month-long travels to give realization to lots of different people. Yeah.
Similar story, your parents meditating before you even came to the world?
Yes it was, but I think I was about 14 when I decided from my heart that I'd like to really try it genuinely. And when I did try it, I didn't really feel anything at first, but I was determined that, okay, if my parents are feeling something, they were very peaceful, always very calm. So I just persevered for a little while, and when I started to feel that silence in my mind, and when I first felt like the cool breeze on my hands, it was such an amazing experience. And since then, my meditations have become deeper, and it's been amazing.
Is it your first time in Canada?
Yes.
How do you feel about Canada?
It's actually quite similar to Sydney, but it's a very nice, quite a relaxed feel to it. Except everyone drives on the wrong side of the road.
It's winter right now in Australia.
Yeah. It's really quite cold, so I've been enjoying the warm weather of Canada.
Are there snow right now?
In some parts of Australia, yeah.
But do you get snow in Sydney?
No.
Oh, but I guess in New Zealand they do.
Yes, they do.
Oh. And Calgary Sahaja Yogis, tell us about your experience in Vancouver.
In Vancouver, well, I made a lot of new friends because this was my first time ever coming to like a yoga seminar. I usually, like when I was younger, I used to go with my parents to international seminars. But this is the first time I actually came to like a Canada, like you mostly like focused on yugas and like interacting with like other people and spreading side yoga to everyone. And I'm really liking that experience.
So what does this yuva mean? Tell us about.
So the full term is Yuva Shakti, and Yuva in Hindi, Sanskrit.
Probably
Sanskrit in Sanskrit, which is an ancient Indian language, means youth, and Shakti means power. So it's basically youth power. So often when people think of youth, sometimes, you think of them as dynamic and having a lot of force and energy. So the term basically is just that it's a group of people with a lot of energy and dynamism and excitement and and wanting to do things for the world.
So from our group today, like 40 people, and how many countries everybody from?
Ooh. Australia, Lithuania, India,
Canada,
Canada, America.
Mexico.
Mexico, yes. And any other Eastern Europeans? Oh, Belgium. 7.
And this
Different
this
countries,
tour is
maybe?
every year, or every 2 year, or every 4 year, like Olympic?
Yeah. It was every year, but recently there's been a gap of, I'm speaking just for North America right now. We did tours around the United States for many years in a row with the same Yuva Shakti youth. And there's been a gap of 3 to 4 years, and now we're doing the same thing in Canada. So hopefully it'll start up a new era of many tours around North America, spreading the meditation, the joy.
In Australia, like you go to the weekly classes. Like how is it different? You compare the class there and the class we run here in Vancouver.
Well, the meditation that I've been doing is with the more experienced meditators, and it's really actually quite similar, except in Sydney there are quite a few more people who are meditating. But the way that programs are run, everyone is different. I think it doesn't matter actually which country they're from. Each new people's program that I've attended, someone has their own style, their own way of communicating, their own way of interacting with people that are just learning to meditate. So everything was a nice and new experience.
And compared with Calgary, do you find any difference? The class you attend locally and also and here, if you compare the difference?
Well, vibration-wise, like they're both the same. I think they were both like very good, and like they both had cool vibrations. But in Calgary, we have it different, as in like when people come, we would do it like every week. They come, we would work on one chakra 1 week, and then the next week we'll work on the next chakra, and we'll teach them how to thoroughly about that chakra, so they know like how to do treatment for what problems they're having and everything. And I feel like that helps too.
What's the best thing happened today? Like the class today that you like the most? Anyone?
In this evening's class?
No.
Rishi and
Yeah.
listen to
The live music.
It was very, very beautiful, very meditative.
Is music important to meditation?
Yeah, I think most of the time, especially when you're just starting, because when everything is totally quiet, your thoughts seem to be much louder. But when you have music to sort of get into the flow of meditation, it seems easier to get to that thoughtless state.
And when you meditate at home, what kind of music you play?
A lot of Indian classical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Western classical. I think it depends on,
For you.
on the person. I know some people like to play instrumental guitar pieces, violin. Some people like to choose an instrument and they love the sound of that instrument, so they'll look for pieces like that, or like piano pieces. Others look to different, cultural music.
Okay. We're running out of time. Thank you so much for coming to Vancouver and join our meditation tonight. It's wonderful to have you guys. Any final word to say to our audience?
Meditation will change your life.
Yeah, be patient at first, but
You'll
it'll
be
get
rewarded.
easier. Yeah, you'll be rewarded.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Please subscribe to our channel. We have new show every Thursday and we'll see you guys next week.